To this day.
Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Let's get this show on the road. This is Off the Top Reviews. I am Bushido Spirit. Here we have Keek.
What's up?
And this week we are doing The Boys, Season 2, Episode 6, The Bloody Doors Off. Now, before we get into the review, be sure to like, comment, and sub to the channel. We do weekly TV show reviews of Lovecraft Country, The Boys, Power, and some other shit.
Some other shit that we recorded but haven't released because Bush has been sleeping for 12 hours a day.
You know, one thing about that show is like, I mean, I guess we can get on it, man. I just saw.
Nothing's happened yet. That's what, there's another episode tonight, but nothing's happened yet. So.
Yeah, we'll get on it eventually, man.
Yeah.
But
when it starts getting interesting.
Yeah, it's like it ain't really much to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do some deep dive and shit and like assume.
We could do some character analysis.
It was some character analysis. That's the perfect word for it. Yeah, we could do that. But yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyway, let's jump right into this Boys review. Let's go ahead and let's just give our overall opinion of the episode. Let's start off with that. So how did you feel about this episode?
I liked it a lot. I thought the pacing was good, and I thought it really brought the boys together a little bit more, just because of what happened with Huey. It was like the first time he really got injured.
Oh yeah.
And so I was wondering when some shit was gonna happen to him, to be honest, because he keeps getting in these situations and walking away without a scratch. So
yeah. I mean, that was
it was
cute,
inevitable.
Man. That was cute. Yeah. Annie and Butch building a relationship over Huey's dying body. That was cute, man.
Yeah, I liked it. They finally had something to bond over.
Yeah, and it's murder. Because that's
the murder of an innocent guy who was actually trying to help them. That's so fucked up. Like, he would have driven you to the fucking hospital. Why did you have to kill him and take his car?
I mean, he kind of fucked himself. He pulled out a gun and was all nervous and shit. Like, he fucked himself. Starlight. She had to hit that nigga with the beam and bash his head against the concrete, and it was over for him, man. Yeah, and they tried to make me feel bad by showing the baby crib in the backseat. I didn't give a fuck about that, man.
He was a father.
It don't matter, man. A lot of niggas that die every day are fathers out here, man. What makes them different?
He literally did nothing wrong.
He did. He reacted to that situation totally the wrong way. I'd have been like, all right, buddy. I would have been like, hey, you know what? You can have my car, but at least let me ride in the back seat. At least let me still be with my car. But no, he wanted to get all nervous and shit, pull out a gun, and Butch was about to kill him anyway. So might as well let Starlight do it. It's quicker. So yeah. But I mean, that was interesting. Because Butcher was giving her his approval through the rearview mirror. Like, you did a good job out there. Like, after she killed somebody, which is funny because he hates supes, and you think he hates superheroes because they kill people, innocent people, but that's not really the case.
She did exactly that, and he's like, "Yeah, I fuck with you now."
He only hates supes for what they did to him specifically, not anybody else.
Man's so selfish.
He's such an asshole, man. Fuck Butch.
He really is.
Shit, but I pretty much enjoyed this episode. So we don't really need to talk about that part. We can talk about the build up to that part. So Annie comes through with some intel about a facility. Count Vault is making more soup terrorists. So they go to that compound to see what's going on, And they discovered that Vought isn't really trying to make a bunch of soup terrorists, just like they are by default, but they are really trying to perfect Compound V, so it'll be easy to give to adults. Because right now
They're trying to make it stable.
yeah, they're trying to stabilize it. Because right now, the easiest way to make powerful heroes is to give it to babies and to sort of let it build up in their body and stabilize over time. But they don't want to wait that long. They want their heroes now. So they're trying to find a way to give it to adults. And the people who are watching over this operation is Lamplighter and Stormfront. And Lamplighter is basically there just to burn the failed experiments.
Take care of the evidence.
Exactly. And Stormfront just comes through to check on things and make sure everything is going according to plan. So the crew breaks in, and I forgot what happened. What the fuck happened?
They go into the security area where they can see all the TVs of the rooms and the patients.
Yeah. But what caused the breakouts? I forgot. That shit slipped my mind. I forgot what
that one. They were trying to apprehend Lamplighter. Can you hear that?
Oh, it was a dog. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what happened now. What happened was so Frenchie and Lamplighter cross each other in the hallway. That's what happens.
Yeah.
And they sort of give each other the look.
Yeah, they had a standoff.
Yeah, they had a standoff. Oh shit. And I think out of nowhere, one of the people got loose. She burst open the door, or did they trigger that in some way? Because I don't think they really fought. They just looked at each other.
It was Lamplighter's flame, I think, opened the door or something happened, and then she got out and then opened all the doors, so everybody got out, and then it just went to fucking
it just went to shit. And that's kind of how Huey got hurt. Huey was on the outside watching over the facility, and one of the soups got out and had a confrontation with him, Butch, and Annie, and he flips over the van, and Huey gets his side punctured by a sharp object. So
yeah,
that's why he got taken to the hospital. What was interesting about that part of the institution was that we finally get a little bit of backstory on Frenchie, like what happened that night. Because he was supposed to be telling Lamplighter.
And he was to a certain extent. And then we actually find out the girl's name is Cherie.
Oh, yeah, we finally find out.
Yeah. I thought he was just saying that because that was like a French thing to say. Like, oh, Cherie, my Cherie, more type shit. Like, I didn't know that was her actual name. What the fuck? I thought it was a nickname this whole time.
Yeah. So he was telling. So Lamplighter was the boys' first inside man, and they were using him to get intel on the Seven. And I guess one night, Frenchie was tasked to follow him. He followed him to like some sort of movie premiere, but he had to leave because one of his friends was dying. He was overdosing, so he left. And in that time that he was absent, Lamplighter went to what is her name? Mallory, the agent's name?
Yeah, Agent Mallory.
Yeah, so he went to her house and he tried to burn her in her bed, but ended up burning her kids.
I thought it was her grandkids.
Yeah, her grandkids.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. That's why Mallory didn't want to do it anymore. That's why Frenchie is acting the way he's acting. But it was it was an accident. So we understand that it was an accident. I mean, he really just wanted to burn Mallory, but he ended up burning her kids, and that hurts him to this day. And he didn't tell anybody. He didn't tell the Seven what happened. And that's probably why they didn't chase them.
Yeah.
But throughout this episode, it's just him and Frenchie having a conflict with each other, fighting back and forth. Mother's Milk trying to calm things down, and eventually Stormfront comes through because the alarm went off. She discovered that the people got out, She comes through, and Lamplighter, I guess they bonded. They built a relationship. He does not.
They came to an understanding.
Yeah, they came to an
about what
understanding.
happened.
Yeah.
Because he didn't really mean to kill the kids. He didn't know that they were in there until it was too late, and they started screaming. He was like, "Oh shit! I killed some fucking kids. What am I gonna
do?" Yeah. So when she comes through, he doesn't tell her that the boys are there, and she just ends up leaving. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at what was funny that happened in between these scenes is that remember that scene where Mother's Milk gets choked out by the nigga's penis, man?
The dick, yeah. Oh my god. He said it was a love sausage or some shit. I didn't think
that's what
that
he
it was
called
gonna
it?
get. Yeah.
A love. That's his power. The love sausage.
It's a love sausage. That's what he called it, but I didn't think it was gonna get wrapped around his neck shortly after.
He was getting choked out with that man dick. I was like, I saw it on the camera. I was like, what the fuck is what kind of power is having a huge dick? What is that?
Well, now we know. Now we know.
That is a terrible power. You do not want
to
use your dick to fight with. Like, why would you do that?
It'd be touching other surfaces all the time. Like, ew, dude, what the fuck? Ew.
Somebody, you trying to say somebody falling off a building and you gotta wrap your dick around?
Right. Pretty much touching like all the germs outside.
They
trying to be a superhero.
They need to make a comic about that shit. All the awkward situations with that.
I know.
Nobody wants to be saved by a giant dick, man. That's
it's unsanitary.
I mean, that's only if he don't clean it. He probably cleaned his dick every day, man.
How do you know he was basically like a guinea pig prisoner? They didn't look like they took a shower every single day. Like they look kind of grimy.
That is true.
I don't think they really let them have.
Yeah, those were some horrible ass heroes, man. Like the one dude with acid that burned himself. Yeah. I wonder how that works. Maybe within his body, the acid doesn't burn his insides, but once it leaves his body,
it gets outside.
Yeah. That was crazy. But yeah, so they captured Lamplighter. Lamplighter agrees to, I guess, to talk to Mallory, and we don't know yet what they intend to do with him, but he's with the team now. So this is the second hero that they have a part of the team. Maybe even third, because I still don't know what A-Train is doing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they need to get with Maeve, since that's pretty much what she's trying to do is take down Homelander.
We'll talk about that next. But before we get into that, what are your thoughts? What are your overall thoughts on Lamplighter, his character, his power, all of that?
Power's kind of fucking stupid. His outfit is really stupid.
Yeah.
This fucking thing that he had to carry around is really stupid.
That shit is lame as hell.
It is a terrible fucking dumb. But I mean, honestly, he's been made out to be kind of a villain.
Yeah.
So far, but if it was an honest mistake, he was trying to kill somebody, just not kids. So yeah, I mean, I kind of feel bad for the guy in a way, but he's still like he had murderous intent, so it's like fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, but yeah, like you said, his power is lame as hell. He needs to have fire around to activate it.
He can't just make fire out of his hands.
He can't create fire.
That'd be dope, but he always has to have a flame around. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? All somebody gotta do is put like a little water on your lighter, and you're done. What are you gonna do?
It's fucking dead. I don't know how
he was
ever a part of the Seven with that lame ass power. What? Oh man. Anyway, let's go on to Maeve since you already mentioned Maeve. So Maeve and her girlfriend here. So Maeve had Deep investigate the crash site, and Deep brought back a camera from the crash site, and the camera contains footage of Homelander and her allowing those people to die. I don't know how that camera survived, but it
was a GoPro. It probably was waterproof.
Yeah, it probably was. You're right. But yeah, Maeve's girlfriend finds it, and I don't know. I don't know. She didn't say how she felt about it, but she looked like she was
Horrified.
Yeah, she was troubled. We don't yet know what she's gonna say about that. But Maeve tries to explain to her that it's leverage against Homelander. That's the only way. It's the only thing that she could use to keep him off of her.
Right.
Which I agree with. But I think she should just give that shit to CNN or some shit. Give it to
I
the
would
media.
implicate her as well because she was
but
involved.
it would. But you can clearly see in the video that she's trying to save some people. So
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting, man. That is interesting. And I know Homelander cares because he for some reason he still wants the public to be on his side. So that'll affect him in some type of way. But yeah, we'll see. Or it might go the same way as the compound V that Annie sent to the media. They'll find a way to flip it. Stan will come through and then flip that shit to something positive or something. I don't know. But yeah, any more thoughts on that aspect of it, this episode?
I think it's good that Maeve is actually trying to do something and, trying to get underneath the heel of Homelander because she doesn't seem to, want to go along with the program at Vought or really be a superhero at all. I think she kind of wants to have a normal life and she wouldn't be allowed to if, Homelander says no or if they found out that she was a part of all of this, murder. Even though she did it reluctantly, people would still see her as a murderer.
Yes, a murderous, wicked superhero. Yes, yeah. I agree with that. And since I mentioned Deep already and what he's doing this episode. So Deep introduces A-Train to the Church of Fresca, man. I don't know. That's
basically what it is.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Like, why are they pushing Fresca so hard?
That's just product placement.
Good. This is nasty.
I ain't never drank Fresca, so I can't even speak on it. But yeah, he introduces A-Train to his pastor. I forgot what that dude's name was. But yeah, he introduces them, and he's telling A-Train everything he told the Deep, that he can get him back into the 7. And I wonder what his overall role is. He said
It's a lie. It's a lie. He can't do nothing.
I wonder what his overall role is. Will he become the big bad in the end? Will he just use all these reject superheroes to fight against the 7? Like, what is his overall goal? What is he trying to do? And where is he getting all of this money from? Is it just the church? Like, this man is established.
Took a page out of the book of Scientology. L. Ron Hubbard in that shit.
Oh yeah, that's probably you're probably right on that. That is the most accurate similarity. It does feel like Scientology. All these famous people together following this cult-like leader. So yeah, it's interesting. So let's move on to something else here. Let's talk about your boy Homelander. Let's talk about the homie. So Homelander is feeling neglected.
He's such a baby. Like, he's a giant fucking baby. He literally is. This nigga is so weird.
That's exactly what he is. So Stormfront is not giving him enough attention. And she is leaving for long periods of time, and he doesn't even know where she's at. And when she does say that she's going somewhere, he makes sure that he checks that location. Like, he's just a stalker, man. I mean, she did put it on him several times, so this man is probably whipped, man.
He's whipped.
She put that old snatch on him, man.
What is it called when you're over 100 years old? A centurion?
I don't know what the fuck.
A centurion pussy.
Oh shit! Well, he's going through it, man. He is going through it. So he waits for her to come back, and he gets all aggressive. He does what Homelander does. Gets aggressive, interrogates her, like pressures her threatens to kill her. You better tell me everything. And she agrees, like, I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you everything. And she reveals that she is Lady Liberty. And not only that, Lady Liberty was the wife of the Vault founder.
She's a Nazi.
And he was a Nazi. He worked for the
Sieg
Nazis.
Heil!
He worked for the Nazis, yes.
Aryans are the purest race. We must keep the bloodlines
And,
pure.
Exactly. Everything you just said is how she's feeling right now in her heart. And Homelander is his greatest creation, is what she was telling him. And, I mean, he is the perfect Aryan. Blonde hair, blue eyes. And I didn't even notice this before, but he has a literal iron eagle on his shoulder. Some Nazi shit. Fucking iron eagle on his shoulder. Which is crazy because Homelander is supposed to be like Superman, and Superman was Jewish. So I like how they flipped that.
Being born on a different planet and you're Jewish.
Well, he was created by Jewish creators, so that's why we just call him Jewish. I mean, he kind of looks Jewish too, like, you know, brown hair and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting. I mean, maybe Mo. I wish Mo was here because he could probably speak more to that than I can. He is a Superman fanboy. That's why I wanted him to watch this show, man. But that's another topic for another time.
These niggas ain't reliable. Can't count on them to watch a show or be ready for a review.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. Like, no, seriously.
No, you absolutely right, man. Fuck them niggas, man.
Fuck them niggas. Philly, come back.
But yeah, she is deep into this Nazi shit. I don't even know yet if Homelander cares about that stuff. He just looking for a boo thing, a titty to suck. That's what he looking for. But I don't think he cares about any of the shit she's talking about. But he kind of goes along with it. What do you think about her whole Aryan spill, her whole plan?
I think they need to give it up. If it hasn't happened by now, if the Aryans haven't taken over the world by now, it ain't gonna happen. She living in the past. Fucking stupid.
But yeah, I did like the little breadcrumbs they sprinkled in there. You know, her name, Stormfront, all of that shit.
I knew that this was gonna be a fascist movement type shit. Like I peeped that. I knew it.
And the way the way she became popular is through memes, like on some 4chan shit.
Some pay memes and shit.
I like how they did that. But yeah. So we don't know what Homelander's gonna do, how he even feels about the situation. Will he go along with her Nazi plan, her Aryan plan? We'll see next week.
He will, as long as it gets him some snatch. But.
Yeah. They were bonding to torturing a man in the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, in the alleyway, and he just crushed his head and they started.
Yeah, he robs a
bank.
What
the fuck? Kind of psychotic shit is this?
I would not do no crime with niggas like that running around. Like,
right?
I don't know why.
Especially since it's like he seemed to not get that much money. Maybe it was a couple $1 million. I might think about it, but that bag wasn't that full.
Is it worth your life, man?
Right.
Oh,
because
man.
I got crushed.
But I think that's pretty much. I'm trying to figure out what else happened this episode. Any mention of Stan this episode? I'm trying to think.
He was MIA.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. We first learned about the Vault founder from Stan. I wonder if
he knew.
Yeah, and didn't Stan hire Stormfront? So is she lying? Like what is going on? Because I know Stan ain't down with the Aryan. He's fucking.
He couldn't possibly.
He's brown. He's black. He's Spanish. Like I don't know what the fuck.
Well, there are some coons in the world, so it could be possible.
Yeah. So I don't. and Black Noir, like what does Black Noir do? He's just like the bodyguard. The muscle. Yeah, what is his whole thing in this? A lot of interesting conversations to be had around this episode. Like, I'm still trying to figure out why is Homelander the strongest hero? That still confuses me. Like,
yeah, I mean, he obviously wasn't the first.
yeah, he wasn't
but
the first, so yeah.
I think they invested the most in him because he was the only one that was in a lab, and all the other soups, they were with like their parents and stuff. So they probably
but
put
it
a
still
little bit
don't
more in him.
explain the level of power that he has. Like, I mean, you could say he got more training for being in the lab, yeah, but it's like,
or they use a different iteration of Compound V on him.
That could be the case, yeah. That could be the case. Yeah, maybe so. And maybe they're trying to create different copies of him now, because she didn't tell Homelander about the institution where they're trying to perfect Compound V. So she is clearly still withholding information from him. Yeah. She just told him what. She just told him what. I guess that ain't even important information. Like, I guess he was just trying to boost his head up, like by calling him the perfect creation and shit.
Right. She was gassing.
Yeah, she's just gassing that nigga up. So she's still hiding shit. She probably still work for Stan, and she gonna keep him on the leash until they create a stronger Homelander. So yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen.
But I still can't believe that she is working at Vought, and the head of Vought right now is a black man. Like, I thought she would have killed him, or at least plotted to kill him.
Well, maybe this whole racism angle ain't really. I mean, we know she's racist, but maybe she's not into it like she used to be. I don't know. That is interesting. I don't know. Maybe he told her something that is worth more to her than preserving the white race. So maybe it's something to do with that. I don't know.
Or it's just a plot hole. Because it literally does not make sense.
I mean, it could.
She had to be brought into the Seven by him.
Yeah.
Does he not know that she was Lady Liberty?
You know what? He might not know. I don't know. I mean, he seemed to be a man that's extremely informed, so I don't. I find it hard to believe. It would make sense
for him to not know. Yeah,
he doesn't know, and the boys found it out and not him. So I don't.
Right, like I feel like anybody who even gets considered for the Seven has to be thoroughly vetted.
Yeah, yeah, and he knows about the founder, and I'm sure he saw photos of his wife. So
yeah,
so he has to know. There's no reason for him not to know. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I mean. Hopefully they'll explain it later. I just don't like that Homelander's the strongest nigga. Like, he's the biggest villain in the show, and there's no way to defeat him. Like,
he might not be the strongest.
He might not be. We haven't seen anybody stronger than him yet. And
that one girl who was locked up and escaped, the ball one.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, the ball.
Stormfront couldn't kill her.
Oh yeah, she couldn't kill her. Yeah, she zapped her, and
she got stunned for a little bit, and then she walked right out.
She walked right out. She OP as hell too.
Yeah,
she just explodes niggas.
For real.
That's interesting. But like, she couldn't kill Stormfront. Stormfront was too fast for her. So, and Homelander.
I think that's more just because she hasn't had a chance to really explore her powers. Like, she's been locked up.
It seems like she got to like focus in on somebody to make them blow up. So I think Homelander's too damn fast. I don't think she probably can't even beat A-Train because he's so fast. I don't know. That's interesting though. But
she might be an ally. I think she probably hates Vought and Soups just as much as Butcher and the boys. So
yeah, and I'm trying.
They could hook up.
I'm trying, because a lot of those people in the facility seem like Americans. They just seem like I called them soup terrorists earlier, but they didn't seem they weren't like terrorists, because usually the terrorists
they were regular people
and shit like that. Yeah, they were regular people. They weren't like foreigners. That's what I'm trying to say. So So yeah,
There's domestic
what-
terrorist, Bush.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's true. I'm trying to figure out where they came from. How did they get these people?
I think
do this.
that it was like an actual mental hospital, and that
okay.
these were patients that were admitted for maybe suicide attempts, or they had whatever going on, and they just started experimenting on them. Bought the hospital and started running experiments.
That would make sense.
And obviously, their families don't know because they're not allowed contact or whatever. But yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it, man. So what would you rate this episode out of 10?
7 out of 10.
7?
Yeah.
I'll give it a 7.5, man. You know, just to go one, just to one up you.
One more, yeah.
Add a little extra, because I did appreciate the Butcher and Annie stuff. They bonding over how pathetic Huey was. That was sweet. And we got a lot of information about Vought, Stormfront. Yeah, so a lot of things are coming together. I can't wait to see what happens at the end. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace out, everybody. You're not gonna say peace, man? Damn.
Bye, shit. You just be turning off the recording randomly anyway, so.